Hi guys, this is Patrick from Gentleman World. Yeah, we have a blue Fisker and we have non-blue sky. But I have to say, I'm so excited to make a part 2 video of the interview with my best buddy Mike. I really love that guy. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to do videos with you. Yeah. So we have another interview section. It's part 2, which we like to publish now. So stay tuned because a lot of your questions will also be answered. But I'd like to hand over to my cool buddy Mike.
A few moments later.
That was close. Sorry for being late, Patrick. It's Mike from the FISKER Ocean Specialist. I'm here with my FISKER Ocean 1. Let's get right to it. Patrick. When you get behind the wheel of a petrol or a gasoline car, what do you miss most about your FISKER Ocean?
What do I miss in the FISKER Ocean when I'm going into a petrol car again? Well, that's a very good question, I need to say. For those maybe not familiar with, in the EU we have already for a long time a lot of regulation about saving the planet, saving fuel and stuff like that. Therefore also our engines are pretty downsized already. Yeah, so we have a lot of 2-liter engines which are having they are turbocharged or something like that, or supercharged. Yeah, so you don't have the old V8 V12 engines anymore. Yeah, as you can see, for example, in German brands. Yeah, I think it's also in the US or worldwide applicable. Yeah, it's everything about reducing fuel. Fuel is very expensive also in Germany, by the way. Yeah, so you pay for 1 liter around €2. So that's like less than a third gallon. Yeah, you need to see it's pretty expensive. So therefore, I would say normally the engine sound, because I'm a motor enthusiast. Yeah, and this is what I really love normally also driving on a car. Yeah, but due to the fact that there are sometimes sound chips being even included into the car, it's just kind of fake. But this is a little bit like what I would miss. Yeah, on a petrol car. Yeah. But on the other hand side, I have to say, hey, I like the silence within the car, how the electrical engine's reacting, yeah, or the powertrain is unbelievable good. So that point of view, I normally not miss anything, yeah. Mike, which feature or details of the FISKER Ocean have impressed or surprised you the most?
Which features stand out the most to me in the FISKER Ocean and that I love? Honestly, my Jeep didn't do that. Yeah. Speaks for itself. Hey guys, I just want to take a second to say thank you so much for your support. Please take this time and show Patrick and I a little love. Give the Gentleman's World a big happy subscribe, and please also do the same for the FISKER Ocean Specialist channel. We do this for you. Booyah. Talk to you soon. Oh, I know something that's probably on everybody's mind, Patrick. What is the primary difference between your low VIN German Ocean 1 and the higher VIN Extreme that you currently have in your loaner or your possession?
Oh, that's another very good question. Yeah, so the lower VIN ones against the higher wins Extremes. Yeah, I was driving also an Extreme lately. Was sitting in another Extreme as well, so I've seen a couple of them already because I met also some owners and had some chats with them about the quality aspects, as you can say so, and stuff like that. Yeah, and I have to say, what is different, I think it's, for me, the Extremes, they feel a little bit matured against the ones. Yeah, I'm also driving a 1. I have another one here, by the way. As I said, the quality aspect seems to be higher in the Extremes, yeah. And I think you get also a big advantage when you're having an Extremes. You should be not upset, like just driving, for example, an Extreme instead of maybe being possible to get an 1. Because again, as I said, they are more mature. in my opinion, also they exchanged some of the parts. That's, by the way, very unofficial. Yeah, officially, we know that the Erwins had an issue, especially with the ones. Yeah, and there was something with the seats and stuff like that. But for me, unofficially, I think also that they have some other parts also already used for the extreme versions. Yeah, and I think it's like with everywhere. Yeah. Not like, don't like to say that the ones have a bad quality to it, don't get me wrong here, yeah, but I think, you know, like experience comes, you know, like due to experience, yeah. So as more you build and as more you do, yeah, as you better your product's getting it, because it's getting more matured. And this is what you can also observe with the extremes.
Another question for you, Mike. Can you tell us about gelling situation you faced with your FISKER Ocean and how you handled it?
Yes, I can tell you all about that. So, what the only thing that gave me a hurdle, I was driving to work. It was the first week I've owned the Ocean. I was not expecting every single alert, ADAS, lane keep, crash sensor unavailable, to pop up on my dash. It scared the life out of me, and honestly, I'm like, oh my gosh, is this vehicle drivable? So I called up Fisker. They picked up right away. I told them all the symbols I'm seeing. I said I can't access the book right now to look at them. What do they mean? And she's just like, don't worry, car's completely safe. Once the software activates the LiDAR, it will basically eliminate all of those. So I'm just like, say less. Keep going. Patrick, have you found yourself using the rear view camera much, or has the rear window been enough for you?
The rear view camera is the freaking, I would not say the freaking coolest, but it's one of the best things you can have. Yeah. Also, yes, I just use it all the time, the rear view camera. I never use the mirror. Yeah, I don't switch, you know, like I showed it already in my videos. Yeah, because it's so good. The car itself is a little bit like, you don't have so much overview, so that gimmick helps you for safety protection. And also the cool thing is, if people are sitting in the back, yeah, or you have these lanes, I don't know how you call them in English, yeah, you know, like this where you can put your head-ons, yeah, the rest seat, whatever lanes, yeah, you don't see anything I like in any other car, yeah. So that's why the camera is so cool. And I have to say also, this camera stays always clean. I see it now with that one here, that you don't have any interruption. Yeah, I had it with my one that sometimes it was like, yeah, you know, like flashing. Yeah, here is nothing. Yeah, so it's really good. It's a very cool gimmick. I use it all the time. It's super good.
Mike, what types of software updates have you received since you purchased your FISKER Ocean, and how have they impacted the driving experience?
Yeah, well, when I received my Ocean, it was on 1.10, and honestly, it drove fine. All the alerts, like I said, came up, but it got to and fro perfectly fine, safe. I got the overnight 20-second 1.11. Part 1 of 2 as promised. I didn't notice any differences with that, but then when 2 of 2 came, 1.11 2 of 2, boom. I mean, honestly, the biggest, most primary difference that impacted my driving is having all these cool little features associated with the map, and then also trips. Don't judge. Yeah, I like to use hyper mode, so not the best, but kind of a similar question. What is the one thing or feature missing in your Ocean that you need to help support your lifestyle?
What is the number one thing I'm missing on the Ocean for the lifestyle where I'm living? Oh, that's a hard question, Mike. Yeah, I don't like to moan, yeah, but I would say liability, yeah. They need to come up now with liability, which they will, by the way, yeah. I think, yeah, maybe a lemon car or something like that. I don't like to say that because, you know, like issues can be happened, and I think, you know, like everything is fixable. Well, look, we have winter, we have summer times, yeah. So it's getting cool, it's getting very hot here, yeah. And that helps now with the updates, yeah, coming in. Um, Also, what would be cool, yeah? Because due to the fact that in Germany we talked about infrastructure already in the video, yeah, that we have sometimes, like charging cards, and we have a lot of providers, yeah. That would be cool if, for example, the GPR system would be, like programmable. What I like to say with that is that you can just choose, for example, like the provider you like to have in the navigation system, and it always says, okay, this is the next charging spot, for example, yeah. That would be something cool. Or like it makes already pre-reservation on that side, yeah. um as you see, yeah, it's a very, like it's a cool car, yeah. As I said in another video already, couple of stuff which I don't like, but I think if this is it, yeah. Sorry guys, yeah, it's really cool, yeah, but don't miss so much, yeah. Really, it's nothing which I need to get survived with, yeah.
Now there comes a very tricky question. Is there anything you would improve about the Fisker Ocean, whether it's related to design, features, or performance?
Yeah, the one thing I would change immediately is, let me show you. So the window lock button here, when you hit that bad boy, it locks every single window from going down. Now, my wife, she doesn't want her window to be locked. She wants the ability to roll that down when needed. But my sons, I don't want them to have the ability because they roll the window down, toss shoes, tablets, everything. It's an expensive window evolution. So I hit that lock button and boom, I find out she can't open her window. So if Fisker could please change that button to only allow these two windows to be locked, that would be great. Patrick, what is the biggest reason somebody might consider the Fisker Ocean versus any other EV? What do you think?
Why you should buy an Ocean instead of another EV? Yeah, okay, also for me it's like, if you're a design lover, you need to buy an Ocean finished. Yeah, the design is absolutely outstanding. It's freaking cool. I don't like to repeat myself again, yeah. I believe also in new business models. I think the business model of Fisker can be very successful if they're doing the right things, yeah. I believe on what they're doing. It's a little bit like an iPhone, yeah. The design, like also Apple is designing the stuff, but it's not producing itself. So he's always, like state to the art. He can cherry pick about best things, yeah. And I think this is applicable to the Ocean or to the Fisker model as well, yeah. So you don't have so much overhead, yeah, and you can focus on what is the most important thing. That's the customers, yeah. Because in sales, I'm also director of sales, yeah, as normal job. It's so important that you are really understand the needs of your customers and you're taking care about it, yeah. So therefore I think that's something we should be taking in consideration. Also, again, like talking about service and stuff like that, how cool is that you have, like somebody's picking up your car, bring it to the garage. You don't need to think about anything, yeah. It's totally maintenance. You get auto updates, yeah. So the car itself, service itself also, yeah, it's just getting better. So, like that's pretty cool. Also, subsidiarity is very important for me and I think for everybody else. So therefore I would say these are the things which are, yeah, which should let you choose an Fisker, yeah. And I think you get also value for money, yeah. Of course, like they're also very good quality cars and they are some major cars, yeah. But in the end, sometimes it's also, why not investing into your dream and make the world better? I like that. I like the idea, like, so why not giving people a chance if you can do that or not, yeah, with their idea. Feel, like, look what is Fisker standing for, and if you like also the scenario around, not just only the car, why not going for it, yeah?
And a very good question again. Can you share some of your personal highlights and low points you have experienced during your time with the Fisker Ocean?
Yeah, I'm going to step out for this one. So, the highlight of my life is putting this vehicle into hyper mode and sending it for a buddy of mine and seeing their reaction. Honestly, It never gets old, and I've done it for like 3 different people so far, and it's always whoa, kind of giddy fun, and I love it. There's really no low moments yet. Every day I still walk away from the car and I'm like, yep. Hey y'all, Patrick and I had a ton of fun making this content for you. Without your love and support, this video, as well as all the previous ones, would be just an empty vessel floating out there in the lost lands of YouTube. Or seas, however you see it. Anyway, if you want to see some more content, or you have ideas what he and I could do together for the future, please post that in the comments below. We would love to hear it. Talk to you soon.